In the beginning there was nothing. Then, God created everything. He crafted the heavens and the earth with boundless love. He brought forth the radiant sun and the gentle moon. He adorned the night sky with countless stars and filled the world with life. He nurtured the plants and animals with care. He filled the seas with vibrant fish and the skies with soaring birds. God saw that everything he made was wonderfully good. On the sixth day, God created man with divine purpose. He made man in his own image, calling him Adam. From Adam's rib he created woman, naming her Eve. God entrusted Adam and Eve with dominion over all living things. God was immensely pleased with his magnificent creation. He rested on the seventh day, filled with joy. He blessed this day and made it holy, a day of peace and reflection. God created a magnificent garden. He named it Eden. He placed Adam and Eve in this paradise. They thrived in its beauty. God gave Adam and Eve a guiding principle. He advised them not to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. He said it would lead them astray. One day, a serpent approached Eve. It tried to persuade her to eat the fruit. The serpent claimed the fruit would grant wisdom. Eve faced a moment of weakness. She ate the fruit and shared it with Adam. When God discovered this, he was deeply saddened. He had to teach Adam and Eve a valuable lesson. He sent them forth from the Garden of Eden to grow and learn. Adam and Eve had two sons. They were Cain and Abel. Cain was a farmer. He grew crops. Abel was a shepherd. He kept sheep. One day Cain and Abel made offerings to God. God was pleased with Abel's offering. He was not pleased with Cain's. Cain became jealous of his brother. In a moment of weakness, Cain acted out of anger and killed Abel. God, in his wisdom, punished Cain for his actions. He made him a wanderer on the earth. He also cursed the ground so that it would not yield crops for Cain. Cain felt deep remorse for his actions. He learned that every action has consequences, and sought to find redemption in his journey. The world was in turmoil. People had lost their way. God was deeply moved by their plight. He found hope in a righteous man named Noah. God entrusted Noah with a divine mission, to build an ark, a vessel of salvation. It would protect Noah and his family from the coming deluge. God sent a great flood to cleanse the earth. For 40 days and 40 nights the heavens opened. The waters rose above the highest mountains. All life on earth was transformed. Only Noah, his family, and the animals on the ark were spared. After the flood, God made a sacred promise to Noah. He vowed never to flood the earth again. The rainbow became a symbol of hope and God's everlasting promise. Section 5. The Promise to Abraham. Many years later, God called a man named Abram with a vision of hope. He told Abram to leave his home and embark on a journey to a new promised land. God promised to make Abram a great nation, a beacon of faith. Abram embraced God's call. With unwavering faith, he left his home and journeyed to the land of Canaan. He took his beloved wife Sarai and his loyal nephew Lot with him. God blessed them, changing Abram's name to Abraham and Sarai's name to Sarah. God made a sacred covenant with Abraham. He promised Abraham countless descendants as numerous as the stars. He also promised to give them the bountiful land of Canaan as their everlasting inheritance. God asked Abraham to circumcise all the males in his household as a sign of this eternal covenant. Abraham faithfully obeyed God, marking the covenant with devotion. He trusted in God's promises even though he and Sarah were old and childless, believing in the miracles to come. Section 6. The Wicked Cities. Abraham's nephew Lot settled in the city of Sodom. Sodom was a city in need of change. The people there had lost their way. God saw the potential for transformation. He decided to intervene for the greater good. However, he promised to protect Lot and his family. Two angels came to Sodom. They guided Lot to safety. They advised him to move forward with hope. Lot and his daughters embraced a new beginning. However, Lot's wife hesitated. She was transformed into a pillar of salt. The angels cleansed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. The cities were renewed through divine intervention. This event highlighted the power of transformation and the importance of righteousness. Section 7. Isaac and Rebekah. God faithfully kept his promise to Abraham. Sarah joyfully gave birth to a son, whom they named Isaac. Abraham's heart was filled with immense joy. As Isaac grew, Abraham desired to find him a loving wife. He entrusted his faithful servant to journey back to his homeland to find a perfect match for Isaac. The servant discovered a young woman named Rebekah. She was known for her kindness and generosity. Rebekah joyfully agreed to marry Isaac. Isaac and Rebekah shared a blissful and loving marriage. They were blessed with twin sons, Esau and Jacob, bringing even more joy to their lives. Section 8. Jacob's Journey. Jacob was a resourceful man. He convinced his brother Esau to give him his birthright. He also received his father's blessing. Esau was deeply hurt when he found out. He vowed to confront Jacob. Jacob journeyed to his uncle Laban's house to find safety. Jacob worked diligently for Laban for many years. He married Laban's 2 daughters, Leah and Rachel. He was blessed with 12 sons. These sons became the ancestors of the 12 tribes of Israel. God honored Jacob by changing his name to Israel. He wrestled with God and emerged victorious. Israel returned to Canaan blessed with prosperity and abundance. He was joyfully reconciled with his brother Esau. Section 9. Joseph's Dreams. Jacob cherished all his sons, yet he held a special place in his heart for Joseph. He gifted Joseph a magnificent coat of many colors. Joseph's brothers were envious of him. They sold him into slavery. Joseph was taken to Egypt. In Egypt, God's favor was upon Joseph. He rose to a position of great power. He was entrusted with all the food in Egypt. A severe famine struck the land. Jacob sent his sons to Egypt to buy grain. Joseph recognized his brothers. However, they did not recognize him. Joseph forgave his brothers. He brought them and his father to Egypt. He saved them from the famine.